Hello and welcome to Korak Gaming. Today we're going to talk about Pokemon GO's new feature, the Pokemon Routes. First, I'm going to show you where to find the feature and how to start using it. To create your first route, go to your profile and then scroll down to an area where you'll see Create Routes. You may even have the Create Route button if it's your very first one. Then from there, you'll select your starting point, which can be a Pokestop or a gym. And I believe you have to scroll a minimum of 500 feet away. Maximum, from what I've heard and seen online, is 5,000 feet. Once you've selected your starting and stopping point, you'll confirm your route and start to make your way to your starting point. Now, if you do find this video helpful, or if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. As you're making your way to your starting point, know that you can still do many of Pokemon GO's other features, including selecting and catching Pokemon, checking for shinies, all that kind of stuff. You can break your buddy out, which is always a good idea when you're doing this, since you're about to walk. Pop a Poffin on him, so you're getting those extra miles on your Pokemon. I actually didn't put a Poffin on my Rayquaza this morning, which was a little dumb, but oh well. It is to be noted that you do need to spend a good amount of time in the area. I would say at least like 5 minutes or so. I thought this would be a lot quicker to get the pop-up where you actually start recording your route. But after trying this for several days, I couldn't get it, couldn't figure out why. And two things are key. Is you need to spend a little bit of time, again, like 5 minutes in the area, and then you have to walk directly on top of the location, be it a Pokestop or a gym, in order to get this pop-up that you're about to see on the screen. And then once you'll get that pop-up, you'll hit the OK to start recording your route, and then you'll officially start recording. I could not figure this out for the past 2 days. I was getting so irritated with it until finally I walked on top of it. So again, you can't just be near, you actually have to walk on top of the location. Then from there, as you can see, you're starting to record your route. There's that little bit of a purple line behind my character on screen that is the route being recorded. And just like I was saying a second ago, you can still do many of Pokemon GO's other features while you are recording your route. You can catch Pokemon, you can spin Pokemon stops and gyms, you can battle rockets, you can battle gyms. None of this I've found actually affects the route or will cancel it, at least for me. I know some others were having issues with the games crashing. From the little bit of content I could find on Pokemon routes on YouTube. So again, I tested it and had no issues, thankfully. So we're going to kind of fast forward. You'll see me making some awesomely terrible throws, and I did see this nice Blaziken pop up this morning. Popped a berry on him and used Ultra Ball to catch him, thankfully. Unfortunately, he was kind of crap as far as his stats, so he will be saved for trade later. But then again, started walking down my route, and I'm going to fast forward through here. Again, it was like about 0.7 miles that I walked for this route, just catching Pokemon. Again, I stopped and did a few of my tasks, which again, none of this actually interrupted the route creation process. So as we go through this, you'll see just going along, catching, and doing all the things that we like to do when just normally walking. And one of the big things for this new route feature is that it's supposed to come with some different rewards. From one of the articles that I found online, let's see, where'd it go? So it is supposed to come with rewards that help with creating valuable sources of XP. We're supposed to receive some kind of buffs in gameplay. And then during things like community days, or I guess maybe even just when the routes are fully up, they're not up for anyone else to see when you create them. It should increase Pokemon spawns. So hopefully these will be some nice features that we'll get. So again, once these are up, go try to walk some routes near you. You can apparently connect routes. You can, you don't have to go in a straight line like these routes that I'm doing, these first two. So again, get out there, give it a try, see what you can create. They even suggested you could walk a route and try and create one in the shape of your favorite Pokemon, which would be interesting. So here I am at the end of the route. Again, as you can see, I'm pretty close to it. You literally have to walk right on top of the spot. I kind of just walked in a circle until I get the yes, I'm done feature. Then from there, you'll be prompted to add a title. Again, you'll have some different things that you can click about if it can be followed, both ways. If you want to show your trainer name, I do highly recommend, especially if you know the route that you're going to create, go ahead and think out your title. I ended up changing mine here in a second, you'll see. And it'll ask for a description, much like when you're creating a Pokestop. Go ahead and create that description. So this was a walk down to the Padres Stadium, so I did the walk of the Padres. And then here in a second, you'll see I added in a little description. It also has area for tags that can be relevant to the route. So again, you can kind of see they have, if it's flat or hilly, if there's many people around, if there's parks nearby, pet friendly, wheelchair accessible, good for a rainy day. I mean, all kind of little things. So just the top 5 most relevant tags is what I would suggest. And then you will submit it. And just like a Pokestop, it'll go up for review. I assume very similar to Pokestops. It'll be us that are reviewing it and not actually Niantic. At least that is my hope. And that's kind of it for the stops. Oh yeah, you get to select your image. So I selected a image from the Pokemon stop that I started at, which was near the stadium. And then you can select the color that you would also like, as far as, if you want it purple. I think that's the default, which I assume was why the route for me was default. I ended up switching it over to blue, and then it'll prompt you to submit your route. And that is it for Pokemon routes. Thanks, guys.